This is the beginning of video 3. We are on the record at 1:10 p.m.
Did you speak with anyone over the break about your deposition here today?
No.
Did you speak with anyone about this case?
No.
All right. Did you have a role other than the role we've discussed in this case?
Objection to form.
No.
Okay. What's your understanding about what happened in the Williams case?
Objection to form to the extent it asks you to provide any information protected by the peer review privilege or the medical review committee privilege. I instruct you not to answer. Otherwise, you can answer if you know it from an independent source.
I've been instructed not to answer, so I won't answer.
Did you participate in the peer review process regarding the Williams case?
Objection to form that is patently protected by the peer review privilege and the medical review committee privilege, and I instruct you not to answer.
Okay. And you're refusing to answer?
I'm refusing to answer.
All right, I'd like to know everything other than that about the Williams case.
I don't know anything to tell you. I don't.
Okay. All right.
I don't.
Are you familiar with the other cases that we filed against Tenet Healthcare Corporation and South Fulton Medical Center?
Objection to form.
I know there are other cases.
Okay. What other cases do you know about?
Objection to form. You can answer the question if you know that information outside any peer review or investigatory process on behalf of South Fulton Medical Center. To the extent your answer relates to any information that you've learned relating to any investigation or any root cause analysis or any peer review investigation, I instruct you not to answer.
I've been instructed not to answer.
Okay. So you're refusing to answer the question, what you know about Miss Davis's case. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. What about Miss Bohannon?
My answer is the same.
Okay. You're refusing to answer that question as well?
Correct.
What about Miss Milan?
Same answer.
What about Miss McLemore?
Same answer.
Miss Houston?
Same answer.
All right. Miss Lopez?
Same answer.
Miss Williams?
Same answer.
Miss Phillips?
Same answer.
Kathleen Pendleton reported directly to you, is that right?
No.
Who did she report to?
Chief Operating Officer.
You agree that patient safety comes first, true?
True.
Everything else comes later, right?
Objection to form.
I agree.
All right. You agree it's never all right to needlessly endanger a patient?
Objection to form.
I don't think anyone should knowingly endanger a patient.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you for answering that question. My question's a little different. You agree that it's never all right to needlessly endanger a patient, true?
Objection to form confusing. Answer if you can.
I agree.
Okay. And that would include a patient who's an expecting mother, true?
Yes.
Okay. And her baby, true?
True.
In your role as director, you oversaw the provision of patient care to help ensure safety and improvement. True?
Objection to form as characterized their testimony.
I did not oversee the provision of care.
Okay. How would you characterize it?
I only collected data.
Okay. And that would include collecting data for neonates and women of childbearing age at South Fulton Medical Center.
Objection to form.
Include the entire hospital.
Okay. Which would, by the entire hospital, that would include neonates and women of childbearing age. True?
True.
And by that hospital, including South Fulton Medical Center. True?
True.
You're a registered nurse, right?
Correct.
Still a registered nurse.
Yes.
License never been suspended, revoked, or anything like that. True?
Correct.
Did you ever supervise labor and delivery nurses?
No.
Okay. Did you ever supervise nurses in a NICU?
No.
Were you ever charged nurse?
No.
You acted either as a floor nurse or in your capacity in quality or the other administrative position that you shared with me earlier, right?
Did I ever say that again now?
Your position now is in quality, true?
Yes.
In addition to quality, you also practiced nursing as a floor nurse in the past, true?
Yes.
And you also practiced in some capacity in I think you were talking about a place where elder care is provided?
Yes.
Is that, okay. And that's the extent of your experience, your nursing experience, true?
Yes, on home health care. I told you about
I'm sorry,
home
in the
health.
home health.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
That's yes.
Did you participate in the preparation of any of the policies and procedures in use at South Fulton Medical Center?
Sometimes.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Objection to form.
Again, along with accreditation activities, we may, from time to time, have to revise a policy.
Yes, ma'am.
And I would participate in that process.
And who at Tenet Healthcare Corporation would help in policy revisions?
Objection to form.
Inform.
Assumes facts not in evidence.
Well, it varies. Some policies will change at the hospital level. Other times there may be some involvement from the home office
All right.
regarding changing a policy.
And that would just depend on the policy?
Yes.
Okay. So sometimes the home office, and that's Tenet Healthcare Corp, would be involved. Sometimes they would not.
Correct.
Do you recall what policies or procedures that you participated in either work on, revision, anything at all?
Oh. I mean, well, there were a lot of
Okay.
policies. So
Any regarding chain of command, nursing chain of command?
no,
Okay. What about any in the labor and delivery?
no,
NICU?
no,
Mother, baby, women's services?
no.
Okay. Do you remember any as you sit here?
Yes.
Okay. Can you?
Well, I remember participating in revising policies on patient rights or visitation rights, policies associated with national patient safety goals for universal protocol, policy associated with medication management.
Okay. Any others?
Those only ones I can think
Okay.
of at the moment.
And what, when you either revised a policy or procedure or had a role in the revision, what resources would you rely on?
Accreditation standards.
Okay. Did you ever implement any departmental plans?
No.
Okay. The performance improvement activities, you've already shared with me all of those, right?
Yes.
Okay. Same with the compliance and regulatory agency work that you did?
Yes.
And that go ahead. That was to help ensure a safe environment for mothers and babies there at South Fulton Medical Center, true?
Yes, all of the service lines.
Yes, ma'am.
Mother, baby included.
Got it. Did you supervise or evaluate specific personnel, nurses, other healthcare professionals?
Objection to form. I'm going to instruct you not to answer that question to the extent it calls for you to acknowledge the existence of any peer review privileged information or medical review committee privileged information or the evaluation of the quality of and services of any healthcare provider at South Fulton.
You're
I'm
refusing to
refusing
answer
to
that?
answer.
And you hadn't reviewed the medical records in this case, true?
That's correct.
Okay. Have you reviewed the medical records in any of the cases? These cases, the ones, I can go through the list again. Bohannon, Milan, Houston, Davis, Lopez, McLemore, Phillips.
Objection of form to the extent it asks you to divulge any information protected by the peer review and or medical review committee privileges, or to the extent it was any investigation done in anticipation of litigation. Outside of that, you can answer the question if you did.
Yes.
Oh, you did review them?
Some, I don't know that I reviewed all.
Okay. Tell me what you remember about your reviews.
Same objection to the extent you're going to be
So go through
providing
it.
any peer review or any medical review committee privileged information or any case that you looked at in anticipation of litigation, do not answer, but to the extent you have information outside that process, you can answer the question.
Give me the answer.
Ask it again.
Sure. I'll go through. Tell me what you recall about Miss Bohannon's medical record.
Same
If anything.
objection and same instruction.
I don't recall anything specific about it.
Okay.
I just am aware of it.
Okay. What about generally?
I really just don't remember.
Okay. You just, the name's all you
The
remember.
name is all I
Got it.
remember.
Is that the same for the rest of those that I read?
No.
Okay. What about Miss Milan?
Same instruction and same objection.
I participate in the review for development of a timeline.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So it's absolutely clear that you do not understand my instruction. I do not want you to talk about anything that relates to any peer review process that you participated in any of these cases. Under Georgia law, it's not even discoverable as to whether any peer review occurred. So do not answer any questions that ask you to divulge whether any peer review occurred or what involvement you had in that peer review process. If you're familiar with these cases outside of any investigation that you participated in, you can answer, but otherwise I'm instructing you not to answer those questions. Understood?
Understood.
If we need further clarification, let me know and we'll take a break and discuss it. And to the extent any of these questions you're unsure on how to answer, you can tell me what your concern is, and then we'll take a break and come back and see what can be answered.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. But if I remember earlier, you testified you never were on a peer review committee. True?
I do not participate in,
Right.
in peer review committee, but I participate in activities,
Assembling medical
a
records.
process of peer review activities.
Okay. The same for medical review committee. You were never on a medical review committee. True?
Objection of form.
Medical record,
Review.
not to that, not in that name, no.
Okay. All right. All right. So anything else about Miss Milan's medical record?
And before we move on, let me just
Ms. Mullen,
object to the
generally.
extent that the preceding question called for a legal conclusion, as the witness may not be familiar with what constitutes the legal phrase medical review committee.
Okay. Anything else regarding Miss Milan?
No,
What about Miss McLemore?
no,
Miss Phillips?
no,
Miss Houston?
no,
Miss Lopez?
no,
Miss Williams?
no,
And Miss Davis?
no.
Okay. Are you a member of AORN?
I am not.
Okay. What about ANA?
I am not.
Okay. You agree, as a nurse, advocating for your patients is part of your job, true?
Objection to form.
Application for patients. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
What's your date of birth?
62963.
6/29/63.
Yes.
Have you spoken to any of the nurses that were responsible for any patient care in any of those cases?
I'm going to instruct you not to answer to the extent that you did any interviews with regard to any investigation or any peer review or medical review committee process. If you did have conversations outside of that context, you can answer the question.
So I'm refusing to answer.
Okay. On advice of counsel.
Yes.
Thank you. Have you spoken with anyone else regarding any of these cases other than Mr. Kim?
Same objection and same instruction. And that includes anyone in my office.
Yeah, I'm refusing to answer.
Okay. On advice of
On
counsel.
advice of counsel.
You remember who you first spoke with about this case, other than Mr. Kim?
I do not.
Okay. Have you published anything regarding nursing?
No,
You've never worked in a labor and delivery unit, right?
that's correct.
Never worked in a NICU, right?
That's correct.
Never worked in any women's services unit or department, true?
That's true.
Okay. And you've never authored any treatise, textbook, article, peer-reviewed or non-peer-reviewed regarding labor and delivery or NICU, true?
True.
Have you written any articles, nursing articles?
No.
Okay.
No.
Written anything regarding nursing?
No.
Do you remember Sarah Koloff?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever speak with Sarah Koloff about any of these cases?
No.
Okay. That includes Milan, Bohannon, Williams, true?
True.
Documents reviewed in preparation for your deposition here today. Did you review any documents?
I reviewed my affidavit and the deposition of Sarah.
Sarah Koloff?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Why did you review the deposition of Sarah Koloff?
Just so I would, it's my first time, just I don't know what to expect.
I understand. Anything in her deposition that you disagreed with or felt like was inaccurate?
No,
Everything in there you thought was accurate?
I did.
Never been a party to a lawsuit, right?
No,
Never given a deposition before.
correct.
All right, so let's... You didn't perform any physical exams on any of these patients, did you?
I did not.
You don't have any nursing opinions regarding the care in any of these cases. True.
True.
You don't have any experience reading a fetal heart monitoring strip, true?
That's true.
Okay. Have you ever read one as a nurse, or?
I have not.
Okay. Decelerations, accelerations, fetal distress, not your area of expertise, right?
That's correct.
Not something you would feel competent to testify about in a courtroom.
That's correct.
Did you ever participate in claims management at South Fulton Medical Center?
Not at South Fulton.
Atlanta Medical Center?
Yes.
That was in your role, I think you were talking about risk management.
Yes.
And tell me, if you would, briefly, what that role was. What did you do?
Well, I was the risk manager for the hospital, so I did all of the follow-up work for occurrences or events that occur at the hospital
Yes,
for
ma'am.
patients and or visitors.
Okay.
I worked with Counsel for discovery,
Okay.
that sort of thing.
All right. Like with lawsuits, you were the liaison between the hospital and the lawyers
Yes.
regarding those types of lawsuits.
Yes.
Would you participate in something called continual readiness status?
Objection form.
Does that phrase sound familiar to you?
Sounds familiar, it's just not.
Okay, for continual readiness status for the Joint Commission, for CMS, for DHR, and what DHR is called now.
Yes,
Okay. And you've told me everything about your role in that regard, right?
I have.
You don't have any legal training, true?
That's true.
No medical training other than the nursing, right?
That's true.
Did you ever participate in pulling data for a hospital administration, either at South Fulton Medical Center, Atlanta Medical Center, or Tenet Healthcare Corporation, for something called priority data?
Objection of form, vague. To the extent it if you're concerned about that as being potentially peer-reviewed material or medical review committee material, let me know. But otherwise, you can answer the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question. For priority data, that terminology hasn't
That's fine.
been used.
Do you know what the average length of stay at Tenet South Fulton Medical Center was in 2012?
No.
Okay. Did you ever collect data on staff perceptions of risks to staff or patients?
I did not.
Do you know what ORIX is? ORIX.
Yes,
What is it?
it's core measures.
Okay. Did you ever participate in assembling outliers regarding ORIX or core measures?
Yes,
Okay. And did you do that for any of the women's services at South Fulton Medical Center, including labor and delivery or NICU or mother-baby?
You can answer that question generally, but I'm instructing you not to answer any information or questions or divulge any information as it relates to any specific findings or evaluations you did with regard to the Women's Services Unit. Does that make sense to you?
yes,
If you can answer it generally, you can answer it, but don't provide any specifics about what you did or what you concluded, okay?
Okay. So ask me the question again.
Sure. Maybe it'll be better if you don't mind, Madam Court Reporter, just reading that back.
Did you ever participate in assembling outliers regarding ORIX or core measures? Answer yes. And question, and did you do that for any of the women's services at South Fulton Medical Center, including labor and delivery, NICU, and mother baby?
Yes.
Okay. And did you do it for labor and delivery?
No.
Okay. NICU?
No.
Okay. Mother baby?
Yes.
Okay. And mother baby was, that's what, like a post-recovery or what, post-birth? What is that? How would you do-
Postpartum. It's called
Postpartum, yeah.
postpartum.
That means after the mom and the baby are separated, right?
Let me go back.
Okay.
Labor and delivery is included in that.
Okay. Okay, and you have done that type of work for labor and delivery?
Yes.
Got it. Do you know what the total volume of malpractice claims was for 2012 at South Fulton Medical Center?
No.
Do you know who would know that? Risk manager?
Risk manager would know
Okay.
that.
Did you ever make determinations about whether adequate staffing was available in place regarding an adverse outcome?
Objection to form, to the extent it calls for any peer review or medical review committee privileged information, don't answer, but you can answer it outside of that.
Ask the question again.
Could you repeat the question?
Repeat the question, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she was doing that.
Did you ever make any determinations about whether adequate staffing is available and in place regarding an adverse outcome?
Okay. All right. Actually, that question is clear to me now that it's been read back. I'm going to instruct you not to answer that question because it calls for information that's protected by the peer review or medical review committee privileges.
I'm refusing not to answer.
Okay.
On the advice of counsel.
Got it. Thank you. Did you ever participate in the preparation of a 2637,
Objection to form.
a form?
2637.
Yes, ma'am.
That is a
CMS?
CMS form.
Yes, ma'am.
A 2567?
20, I think so. Is that not what you?
I'm not familiar with the number of the
Okay,
form,
okay.
so
I think we've got one in one of those notebooks. It's a, what do you call the form you prepare for an adverse outcome for CMS?
I just refer it to as a state form.
Okay.
Or action plan.
Okay.
Documentation.
All right. You've never heard of a 2637 form?
Objection to form.
No.
Show you what has been marked as Exhibit 3 to your deposition. And this is Tenet Healthcare Corporation's Quality Compliance and Ethics Program Charter, updated May 7th, 2014. Originally signed, if you flip back to, I've tabbed it, page 46 in September 2006.
This appears to be the THC corporate integrity agreement. Is that right?
CIA, yeah.
I'm going to object
Should
to
be.
that.
Hold on. Wait, that looks wrong.
That's what it indicates in the bottom left-hand corner of the following pages.
Yeah, but I want to make sure it's the right. Yeah.
I'm just going to object to this line of questioning on the grounds that it's not relevant to plaintiff's claims and not reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery of admissible evidence. So
I'll join in that objection.
So you're refusing to allow her to answer questions regarding that document?
I haven't said that yet. I might
Okay.
eventually, but this is way outside the bounds of what I believe is the appropriate scope of discovery in this case.
Have you ever seen that document before?
Not that I remember.
Okay. Do you recall discussing a quality compliance and ethics program charter? Tenet Healthcare Corp.
Discussing it?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
And okay, rather than discuss, do you recall it coming up at either the annual Best Hospital Practices event in Dallas, or any of the webinars or emails or topics when I think 8 or 9 people that we were talking about earlier that are employed by Tenet Healthcare Corporation, but help you and others at the hospital level?
I'll object to the form of the question.
You can answer that generally. If any answer that you are thinking about relates to anything specific relating to the quality and the efficiency of services at South Fulton and how that's carried out and how you evaluated that, then I would instruct you not to answer on the basis of the peer review and or medical review committee privileges. But whether it's come up in a webinar or some other meeting, you can answer that question.
There were discussions about ethics, the ethics program.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. And that happened at the annual meetings in Dallas, true?
Objection to form.
Objection form.
Yes.
And also intermittently in the webinars that would be shared with you and others from Dallas, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that would also be, that topic would be covered in emails between you and others that you worked with in Dallas, true?
Objection to form.
Objection form.
Sometimes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. And the last form of communication would be whether you had any phone calls regarding that. You may or may not remember, but over the course of time, you likely would have had
I don't
those.
remember any specific phone calls.
Okay.
No.
All right, I'm going to mark this as exhibit, what is that, 3?
Yes.
As exhibit 4. And this is a corporate integrity agreement. Have you ever seen this document before?
I'm also going to object to Exhibit 4 in this line of questioning, as it's not relevant to plaintiff's claims and not reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery of any admissible evidence in this case.
Then I'll join in that objection.
And can you just state for the record, is one of these the original one? For example, number 4, and number 3 is an updated one from May 7th.
Yeah, that's what they appear to be to me. One, this corporate integrity agreement was originally executed by the folks at Tenet in September 2006.
So 4 is the original one, 3 is the updated one from May 7th, 2014.
Well, but yeah, and 3 has some other things that we talked about already. I mean, the title of the document, for instance. But this corporate integrity agreement, have you ever seen that one?
I have not seen this.
Okay. Have you ever discussed that with anyone at Tenet?
The document?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Do you, Were you aware that Tenet was sanctioned like close to $1 billion in regard to that corporate integrity agreement?
Objection to form, argumentative and not reasonably calculated to lead to discovery of any admissible evidence, and it's not relevant to these claims, and it's just being argumentative to impugn the defendants.
I'll join in that objection.
If you don't know, that's fine. But if you do, I'm entitled to
aware.
it.
I was aware of a corporate integrity agreement.
Okay, and how did you become aware of it?
Through it was just part of my orientation to the job.
Okay, and one of your roles would be to, you talked about compliance and when surveys were performed, again, Joint Commission, CMS, et cetera. Another one of your roles and responsibilities would be to ensure that Tenet and its hospitals complied with this corporate integrity agreement. True?
Objection form.
Same objection.
Yes.
Yeah, because this is also something they had to comply with to stay open. That's your understanding too, right?
Objection to form, calls for a legal conclusion, and is calls for speculation.
Outside this witness's role.
I don't know about the staying open part.
Okay.
I know that it was a corporate integrity agreement in place.
Got it. Well, I guess staying open, I mean, to be paid by CMS for Medicare, Medicaid patients, they had to comply with this. That's your understanding, right?
Objection to form.
Objection to the form.
And if you don't know,
I don't know that.
okay, that's fine. Let me. I've got to step across the hall. Then I'm going to go through these documents, and we're going to be finished. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to. I think we can get through those in less than 30 minutes.
Let's take a short break.
That's great. Okay.
We are going off the video record at 1:47 p.m.
Yeah, but for.
We are back on the record at 1:55 p.m.
All right, and for the record, I've, per our very wise court reporter, marked as Exhibit 5 to your deposition, ma'am, P2 through P26, and exhibits to Ms. Munoz's deposition. And I'd like to go through a couple of these documents with you. The first one, Exhibit 2 in that Munoz notebook, Feds investigating Tenet's Atlanta Hospital. This is in 2013. I think you were at Atlanta Medical Center at the time. Tell me what you know about that.
Objection to form to the extent it's not relevant or not reasonably calculated to lead to the discovery of admissible evidence. It has nothing to do with any underlying medical malpractice issues in this case or any other case. And to the extent that question calls for any information that you believe relates to the evaluation of any quality and the effectiveness of services or the evaluation of those, I instruct you not to answer as a privilege. But if you have
I'll join
information,
that.
if you have information to give that is not protected, that you're aware of, you can answer the question, or to the extent that you even know.
I know that there's an investigation with Atlanta Medical Center and a clinic.
Okay. What clinic was that?
Clinic De La Clinic, something like that.
Right. And what was your role in that?
I don't
Objection
have
to form.
No role.
Okay. Tab 3 and Exhibit 5. There's an article regarding the number of lawsuits and baby deaths. Are you familiar with this article?
I've seen that article.
Okay. And you read it?
Yes.
And you agree with what's written here?
Objection to form, overly
I don't
broad.
remember it in
Okay.
verbatim, but I remember the article.
All right, I want to ask you about one specific provision here. It reads, our top priority is to provide a safe quality health care to our patients. You agree that that was the top priority when you were at Tenet South Fulton Medical Center, true?
Yes.
I'm turning to Exhibit 4 of Munoz Exhibit 5, which is the South Fulton Medical Center medical staff bylaws. In the preamble, the very first paragraph on page 8, which is AB 000183 in the lower right corner, reads, South Fulton Medical Centers is owned and operated by Tenet Healthcare, Inc., a Georgia corporation organized under the laws of the state of Georgia.
Objection to form. The document speaks for itself.
You ever seen that before today?
That statement?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Is it your understanding that Tenet Healthcare Corporation owns South Fulton Medical Center?
Objection to form. That's not what the document says.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, objection form mischaracterizes the corporations. Tenet Healthcare Inc. is not the same as Tenet Healthcare Corporation.
And additionally, it calls for speculation and calls for a legal conclusion.
I only know what's written, so.
Okay. What was your understanding about who owned Tenet's South Fulton Medical Center?
Objection to form.
Objection to form, joined, calls for speculation.
My understanding that South Fulton Medical Center is a Tenet hospital.
Owned by Tenet Healthcare Corporation, true?
Objection to
Objection
form.
form, calls for speculation.
Same and calls for a legal conclusion.
It's a Tenet hospital, that's all I know.
I know. It's like, let's see. All right, flipping on back to Exhibit 11 of Exhibit 5, or tab 11, which is an email from Kelvin Baggett to Kathy Munoz, Anna Kiger, Bob Hendler, and Rusty McNew, dated June 22nd, 2012. That's a Friday at 1:55 p.m. And it reads in part, I've received some conflicting information regarding the safety of the OB service at South Fulton Medical Center. While I know that we have a plan that includes Rusty visiting the facility on Sunday, June 24th, I'd like to know if it's safe, in your opinion, today. I've asked Kathy to work with you on the following. My first question to you is, I'd like to know back in June of 2012, when you were still at South Fulton Medical Center, what your understanding about safety issues there were in women's services. That's labor and delivery or NICU or mother baby.
Objection to form. To the extent that you know of any information that relates to the evaluation of the quality and the efficiency of any services at South Fulton Medical Center, I instruct you not to answer because it's privileged pursuant to the peer review or the medical review committee privileges. If you have any information outside of that process or any knowledge about these emails that you can provide him information about, you can answer those questions.
I'm not going to answer based on counsel.
Okay. Well, they're talking there, doesn't say anything about one specific case, right?
I'll object to the form of that question. I'm not sure that I understand the question.
You ain't answered it.
Based on what I see, it doesn't
Right.
seem to be speaking to one particular case.
Right, so this is not like, I'm not asking about any one case. I'm asking you generally about the safety of women's services, which includes NICU, labor and delivery, and mother-baby, in June 2012, when you were the director of quality improvement there at Tenet South Fulton Medical Center.
In objection of form, because I think that misstates the scope of the peer review privilege, because it verbatim says, according to the statute, it's the evaluation of the quality and the efficiency of services by a healthcare provider, and it does not necessarily have to be limited to a specific patient. But that being said, if you know about this email and what it's referring to outside of any peer review process, you can talk to him about it.
I'm not aware of this email.
Right, yeah,
And
my question's not about
Let her
that.
finish her answer.
Oh, no, stop.
Let her finish her
Come on,
answer.
Toronto. No. We're not going to.
Toronto, first of all.
No more
second of all.
speaking objections.
Well, let her finish her answer.
Read back my initial question, please, now.
And please let her finish her answer, because I do think maybe inadvertently you may have cut her off, but she was still working
Well, no,
on it.
you told her, I mean, you
She was answering
told
the
her a
question and you
that's,
jumped
no,
in.
that's not the question. That's your question. I'd like my question read back, please.
You can provide a complete answer and answer the question the best you see fit, and let me know if you're not finished.
okay.
I'm not asking you about any one case. I'm asking you generally about the safety of women's services, which includes NICU, labor and delivery, and mother-baby in June 2012, when you were the Director of Quality Improvement there at Tenet South Fulton Medical Center.
Anything that,
Any objection?
Same objection.
Same objections, that's fine. You may
No,
answer.
read the objection.
I thought he said read the objection.
The lawyer on the phone is asking if you could please read back the objection.
An objection to form, because I think that misstates the scope of the peer review privilege, because it verbatim says, according to the statutes, the evaluation of the quality and efficiency of services by healthcare provider, and it does it notes necessarily it does not necessarily have to be limited to a specific patient. With that being said, if you know about this email and what it's referring to outside of any peer review process, you can talk to him about it.
Okay. In terms of anything regarding the safety of the OB services, as
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
speaking to in this email,
Yes, ma'am.
my knowledge would have been in the form of any data that I collected and analyzed and presented to committee,
Okay.
and that, in doing so, that would be to medical staff committees for peer review processes.
Yes, ma'am. Did you ever see Rusty McNew at Tenet South Fulton Medical Center between the date of this email and the closure of that unit?
I don't remember seeing Rusty.
All right. Do you have any emails to or from him or anyone else regarding that closure?
I do not.
Okay. And you didn't have any conversations with him
No.
regarding the closure? You didn't have any conversations with anyone regarding the closure other than the one you mentioned earlier, the COO of the hospital, right?
Correct.
This email goes on to read, and this is from Kelvin Baggett. And did you know Kelvin Baggett to be the Chief Medical Officer for Tenet Healthcare Corporation?
Yes.
Okay. While I know we have a plan that includes Rusty visiting the facility on Sunday, June 24th, I'd like to know if it is safe in your opinion today. We'll ask Kathy to work with you on the following. Staffing ratios adequate or not? What was your understanding about whether the staffing ratios were adequate?
Again, I'm going to object to form to the extent that you did evaluate any data or make any conclusions or findings relating to the quality and efficiency of the services on the Women's Services Unit, I'd instruct you not to answer. If you have information from independent sources outside of that, you can answer the question. And the basis of that is that potentially calls for information protected by the peer review and or medical review committee privileges.
So I'm refusing to answer.
Okay. And the same for all of these items, 2 through 7.
Yes.
Okay. You're refusing to answer questions regarding those items 1 through 7 at, on the Kelvin Baggett email, which is labeled THC 000387 on advice of counsel. True?
True.
And as the evidence indicates, or the testimony indicates, she believes that would be protected by the peer review privilege and or the medical review committee privilege.
It reads there may be approximately 80 to 100 deliveries before closure. So according to this email, between Friday, June 22nd, 2012, and the closure, when they would no longer be performing deliveries, they anticipated another 80 to 100 deliveries. True?
That's what it says.
That's what it, yes, ma'am. That's the way it reads to you also.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Any plan that provides reassurance to Doctors Booker and Fremont will meet our safety criteria. Do you know who Doctors Booker and Fremont were?
Yes.
Okay, who were they?
Dr. Fremont was president of the medical staff,
Okay.
and Dr. Booker was the OB department chair.
Okay. And did either of those gentlemen ever share with you concerns about the safety of the OB department?
I would just caution you, if there is information that you are considering providing that relates to any peer review or medical review committee process, I'd instruct you not to answer. If you can provide information outside that process that's independent of those processes, you can answer the question.
I'm not going to answer based on counsel.
Okay. All right. And my question was whether either Doctors Booker or Dr. Fremont expressed concern to you about the safety of the OB, and you're refusing to answer that question. True?
True.
On advice of counsel.
Yes.
The plan that provides reassurance to Doctors Booker and Fremont will meet our safety criteria. In other words, if Doctors Booker and Fremont are okay, then everything's okay. Is that what that means to you?
Objection to form. The
You don't
document
know.
speaks for
I
itself.
don't know. Let me look at
Sure.
it again. I really don't understand.
Okay.
What, I don't understand that statement.
Reads here, Dr. Barocas. Do you know Dr. Barocas? Remember Dr. Barocas?
Yes.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Barocas.
Barocas suggests daily CMO attendance at a safety huddle. Do you know what CMO attendance? What's that? Medical?
Chief Medical Officer.
Okay. Did you ever see a daily CMO attendance at a safety huddle between Friday, June 22nd, 2012, and the closure of the OB department, women's services, labor and delivery, and NICU?
Objection to form.
Join.
No, not that I remember.
Okay. Have you ever seen a safety huddle before?
Objection to form, vague.
I'm just reading what's here.
I mean, I've seen huddles.
Yeah.
Huddles, I don't know that it called it safety huddle.
Right.
But huddles, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what a safety huddle is?
I have a definition.
Okay, what is it?
I mean, to me, it's just an opportunity to talk about a plan for the day or any issues going on with
All right.
patients.
All right. Where was your office in relation to the OB unit?
I was on a separate, I was a floor above it.
Okay. And what floor was OB on?
3rd floor,
You were on the 4th.
yes.
Got it.
I took it back, I think it was on the 2nd floor. Not-
That's all right.
Okay.
I'm showing you, this is tab 20 in Exhibit 5, which is an Exhibit 20 to Ms. Munoz's deposition. It's THC 000386. It's an email from Bob Hendler, again to Kathy Munoz, Anna Kiger, and Rusty McNew, dated Friday, June 22nd, 2012 at 2:17 p.m. And it reads, "At the moment, my concerns are great. If we can put together a reasonable plan of oversight and safeguarding that brings us to a rapid reduction in concern, and it provides a greater sense of security to our OB physicians, such as Fremont, then I will have a greater confidence in clinical safety." You ever seen that before?
I have not.
Okay. Did you ever hear anyone share with you that they had great concern about the safety of the OB at Tenet South Fulton Medical Center?
Objection form. You can answer that question as long as it does not require you to divulge any information that would be protected by the peer review privilege or the medical review committee privilege. And I would define that as the evaluation of any quality and efficiency of services, including any practice analysis, any review, any medical audits or claims review, or as it relates to the compliance by the hospital with regard to the Joint Commission or any other regulatory or accrediting body. So if you have information that would be outside of that, you can answer it.
Well, I don't have any information outside of that.
Okay. So you're refusing to answer on advice of counsel?
Yes.
Did you have concerns about the safety of the OB at South Fulton Medical Center?
Objection of form, same objections and same bases. If you can answer that question outside of the peer review or medical review committee context, you can answer. And I also have grave concerns about this question to the extent it asks for her personal opinion.
You may answer.
Well, I'm not going to answer based on I can't answer anything outside of what counsel has described.
Okay. Do you have children?
I do.
All right. How old are they?
23 and 18.
Okay.
Objection of form. This is going to end up being argumentative.
None of your children were born at South Fulton Medical Center. True.
True.
Did you refer any expectant mothers to South Fulton Medical Center to deliver their babies?
No.
Objection of form.
Why is that?
Objection of form. Argumentative.
Join.
None of my friends were in that childbearing stage.
Okay. All right. Did you see very many emails that said, at Tenet, for your eyes only, please?
No,
Did you ever see, did you ever have an email that said something like that?
no.
Well, what's that funny? You're taking pictures. What? That's all I have for now. We've got, I'm not going to end the deposition. I'm going to adjourn the deposition. We're missing a number of documents that have been requested. You didn't bring documents. Presumably it's because your lawyers told you not to do it. Still, there's a notice to produce. It's tantamount to a subpoena that says to do it. So that's all I have for right now.
That mischaracterizes the facts of what's going on, and this deposition is concluded subject to the court's instruction.
This is the end of the deposition for today. We're going off the record at 2:19 p.m.